Hey Leo, what's happening? Come in, sit down, let's have talk, right? Deja Lou, psychic medium here. You can call me Lou. And I just want to talk about what you're going through and kind of help you through it. I have suggestions for shadow work coming up here. So stick around, and let's see what we can go into here to help guide you through life, okay? I call these timeless messages because I feel that they come to whoever they need in the time that they're supposed to. So, okay. The first big energy that I feel in your energy is that it's like an overview time, okay? Like when I say overview, you got to pull yourself back and look at the bigger picture of what is going on in your life and get away from the little things, and to remember that sometimes we allow these little things to pile up and to make them into something bigger than it needs to be. And maybe the last 2 weeks have been really challenging, but um overall, like, your relationships or your life might be going really good, right? But in this 2 week, it just feels really heavy, and you're struggling getting through it, but anytime that we're in this place, we just kind of got to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, and also consider how it is this has affected you through your life, right? When going through this situation that we speak of, okay? Because sometimes we fall in a cycle and we make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And so, this is where we learn, how we can get through this, okay? The other thing that is coming to me right away whenever I come into your energy, I got six, but I also got the number three. And you can always look them up and learn what they mean. But for me, I am feeling the number six is not a bad thing. Number six is actually a really good, loving number. I think about my family whenever it comes to six, and it's nothing but love there. So you consider how it would fit for you, okay? But the number three also comes to me because I'm feeling multiple things in your energy, right? Like, in the bigger picture of things, it's you have many people affecting your life, right? Or many things affecting your life. Not just one, not just two, right? It's multiple. But also understand why it's important to let other people into your life, and consider how they can help you learn and grow and see from different perspectives and all of this. But also, I feel like family does play a big role in your life, whether it's your children, your mom, your uncles, your cousins, whatever the case may be. I just feel big family energy in this reading. So, I want to start with talking about what you potentially could be going through. And so I have the Knight of Swords, and whenever I seen this, I literally could hear someone shit talking. Okay, I don't know if this is you or if it's somebody else. You take it where you want to fit it, but I don't follow the traditional meanings of tarot cards. So please understand that I go off of what comes to me and what I feel whenever I see it. But I show the cards because you can put your own meanings to it as well, right? Because our own feelings are important, and only you can see what is going on completely in your life, especially since this is for a collective, not just one single person. But I feel sharp words coming in, and maybe someone's being like super blunt around you, or saying things that cut deep, maybe using things against you that are hurtful, where that you messed up or whatever the case may be. But then I have this Three of Swords here. And for me, whenever I got this Three of Swords, of course I felt conflict because that's what it's about. But this made me feel as though it's multifaceted. It's not just, this is inner turmoil, right? That is playing a role in your life in multiple places. This could be affecting your job, your friends, your family, whatever the case may be. And so with this also, I feel like your emotions could be really big right now and you're holding them in. So you need an outlet for it. You need to release it, right? So how can you release these emotions? There's so many ways. If you don't know how, look it up, YouTube. It's been my best friend, but crafting, speaking to someone else, letting someone else in about what you're going through, be vulnerable. And even if you're feeling irritated at everything because you're holding these emotions in, so it's triggering you, so you're lashing out to others, you got to kind of look at it from different perspectives to see how that it is affecting your life. But then I have the Hangman here, and the Hangman is, introspection, and maybe the fact that, you're looking at things differently and you're having, spiritual growth and you're seeing things differently, or that you need to see things differently. But also, this is like new perspectives coming into things in a different way than you normally would. And I really feel like this is a time that you need this introspection, right? What are your beliefs? Do you deserve to be treated this way? Or who am I putting myself around that's making me feel this turmoil? Consider the source always, but we have to take ourselves away from everything in order for us to be able to feel that. That's why understanding that loneliness is when we are not there for ourselves mainly. So try to figure out how introspection, right? And we'll talk more about the introspection as we go, because like I was saying, I have things that you can work on and to go deeper in this, okay? So right now we're trying to focus on what it is that you're going through, but we'll get to that, okay? So be patient. And I have the Two of Cups in reverse. So, this is unbalanced relationships. This is, quarreling. This is temporary conflict. So this is not permanent, okay? This is something you can work through. This is considering who needs to apologize or why you should apologize, right? Why do they need to apologize? And don't just look at the wrongs here. Make sure you're considering the rights, like it's not always about right or wrong. It's about coming from the heart space and understanding that no one's perfect, y'all. No one, okay? And you just have to consider what you can handle or what your beliefs are. And the same thing for them. Like maybe you're clashing, right? But, at the bottom of the deck, I have 10 of Pentacles here. So overall, even though you have these like things going on the inside, or even conflict with others, you're living a beautiful life, right? And maybe this conflict is to get you to this 10 of Pentacles. When you realize and you open up to a lesson, a possibility of growth, then you get to this, okay? So, 10 of Pentacles to me is family. It is material, right? It's about the things that you've got around you. And so soak that up because, you have family, right? And if you don't have blood family, because I just felt that trigger as soon as I said that, you can make your own family. You can create family. God puts people in our lives all the time that we need to open up and trust and understand that there are people who are meant to be here and there's people that's not. And you have to decide where they fit. It's like the leaves of the trees, They fall off. They don't stay. They only stay for seasons. So make sure you learn what you need to learn. And so now let's talk about the feelings in this, right? What are you feeling? And so the first thing that popped out to me whenever I pulled these cards is I got heal and healing begins together. And so this is the masculine and this is the feminine, right? But this also speaks of the feeling of other people being there for you, the feeling of letting go of what no longer serves you, the feeling of contentness, compassion, love, all of this. And these are in the upright. So pay attention to these blessings, okay? There are people who are willing to be here for you and to help you get through this and to help you see that maybe you're being a little too picky, or maybe you're, letting things trigger you because of something that happened in the past that you need to let go of. And also, maybe it's a bunch of little things that are building up that's making it feel heavy, that maybe being petty, right? Hate throwing that out, but maybe that's the other person in your life that's being like that as well. But I also, give me just a moment, I need a drink. I also get this feeling of, I've opened up in reverse. So this is being closed off. So this is a time to call you to open up and let it out, feeling of, loneliness and all of that. But whenever you reverse this, right? Like, this is how you can fix your things, guys. And then choose your battles in reverse. So choose your battles is literally like, is this really worth fighting over? Like, they can be them and I can be me and we can agree to disagree. But the feeling in it is deeper, is like, I can't fight anymore. I can't fight anymore. I can't do this. I can't continue to live like this. What can I do to change? You can heal. And you can talk about things on a deeper level so you can move forward. And then I have believe and succeed in reverse. So, this is feeling as though that you just can't do it. Can't do it no more. So for some of you guys, you will be walking away from relationships, that no longer serve you or that don't give you that warm feeling that you're done. You don't believe it can happen. But there's some of you who is in this doubt place, but you're not realizing that there's going to be a blessing come into your life. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a poem that you read. Maybe it's me, right? That's going to give you some words of guidance to help you realize how you can make it work. These are the aha moments. These are the secrets coming out, And so try to work on these feelings and bring yourself to a calmer place and to feeling loved, and you figure out how you can get to that love. But that's for you to contemplate, okay? So now let's talk about, let's go to love, okay? I pulled a couple of confirmation cards here, and I got this card. I can't show some things on it, but if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is a gateway to the soul. And manifesting miracles. Your dreams is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow in guidance, right? Like, trust that love works out, It may feel bad right now, but, as long as you're able to come from the heart space and go deeper, then, things will work out. And then I asked what was going on beneath, right? What's hidden, what's happening that we're not seeing. And I have keeping a promise. So consider your promises that you've made. Consider promises that were made to you, and see how you can follow through with these. Or maybe it's the trigger of a promise being broken that is what is upsetting you. But, you know, we can find forgiveness in that because it happens sometimes. We're only human, but you have to consider, is it worth forgiving them or not? And then I have fulfilling a fantasy. So, you know, but when I look at this card, I see somebody who is like frustrated and sad and angry because they're struggling with not being able to, you know, get to where they want. They're not, their dreams aren't coming true. So you have to figure out what it is that you really want in this, you know? So with that being said, real quick, I want to check into your work, but then we're going to go into the shadow work of how you can work through these things, okay? But I ask about work here, and I got victory, wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotion, awards, or scholarships. This is leveling up, guys. This is being appreciated, okay? You may not feel this, but look around and figure out what it is that you appreciate so much about your job, okay? And then, or what changes need to happen for you to get there. And then I have taking the steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, and continue to move forward. This is just simply looking out and considering how changes can be made, you know, and doing it and taking action in that. And the future looks good here. So stay in that. If there is something triggering you in your job, like maybe it's the people, the conflict that we're speaking of, you know, then, you know, consider a change so that you can get this victory. Okay. The affirmation that I got here is show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And, you know, step into this, be you, you know, open up. Who gives a shit, right? Like, be you. And then for shadow work here, I got, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. Wow, that's weird. Whenever I was reading this, I was literally seeing my old best friend. So if this is what this is about, for some of you, you know, if it's an old best friend, because it's very well possible that someone could be coming back into your life and this is what could be bringing up this turmoil. Can you work through this? Right? Can you let things go? Can you remember, you know, what you had and those things like that? So then I have here, what is blocking you? Okay, I got to read this. Watch, I got bad eyes, so be aware. I got relating. Beautiful cards, beautiful cards. As always, the blocks for this card come in the form of taking the concept to extremes. One extreme is worrying too much about the opinion of others that you can't act true to yourself. If this is you, start to reconnect with your energy. This is taking some time. Grounding, look up grounding, you know. Consider your boundaries. How are you talking to yourself, you know? Then it says the other side is neglecting what others think to the point of extreme selfishness. We all exist in this world together and we need each other. Open yourself to some feedback and look at how you are acting. As always, only you can know where you are in this area. Ask yourself the hard questions and do some self-reflection. And then I am going to read the exercise here because this might help you work through this, okay? Make a list of people you consider to be your close tribe, and you can trust your feedback. That you can trust for feedback and ask for feedback. Also, when you are tempted to compare yourself to others, reconnect with your own energy and immerse in how you feel, how it feels to be you. Because you got to remember you and yours always. Everyone's different. No two people are the same. Yes, you might have gotten through similar things, but it's never exactly the same, okay? So understand that other people's beliefs are what they are, and yours are yours. Again, can you agree to disagree? Can you open up and express what you're feeling so that you can work through this? Consider your behaviors. Like this said, like, are you being selfish? So go deeper in that. If you all want help and you want to talk to me individually one-on-one so we can go more in depth, please let me know. I have readings available. Comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able to. Give me a like and a follow, and, we can stay in touch, okay? Take care of you. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Feeling is like feeling like you're going through so much, but know that the positive here, I don't always have a positive, but I have the Ten of Pentacles. This is great feeling, guys. So focus on the good things, okay? I love you so much. Bye for now.